there. You can't keep up with stuff. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Mid-America Dirt. I'm Skip. And, man, I'm super excited to be joined by Mr. Garrett Smith from Madison, Georgia. Garrett, how you doing today?
Doing great. Glad to be talking to you today.
Yeah, man, I'm super glad to be on here. We talked about this before. We're a big fan of yours in this house. We don't get to see you race in person a lot, because we're so far over here to the west. But we're always, happy to see you race and, on TV and streaming and stuff. And then in person, I got to see you at Volunteer, which was awesome. That was super cool. And for people who don't know, so we first met you in Knoxville, at Knoxville, Iowa, for that big Knoxville Nationals race. And it seemed like not too many people had a good race that night on that track. I think it was last year or the year before last. But you come out early and several others had come out early. But my kid was a fan of yours. We were a fan of yours, and you came out of the trailer that night after, not a good time for you probably. Came out and signed that kid's shirt, and we've been a big fan of yours ever since. That was super cool, man.
Yeah, for sure. That's what it's all about for me. Is what I try and put on is, as much as we all race, and yes, you could be winning or you could be losing, but guess what? If you race tomorrow, there's going to be a new winner. And if there's not, that means you won again. So that's the cool thing about racing. And I think that's why I think a lot of people are sticking with it. And it's easy to it's really easy to fall behind and get aggravated and just be kind of don't have the right mindset as far as going into the night, especially if you struggled. But I just try and tell myself every day, like, look, like, everybody here's good. We're doing the best we can do. It'll turn around. You know what I mean? So every day's a new day.
Yes, sir. And for people that don't know, so you won the 2022 Dirt Track World Championship 100 grand race. And then last year you were the spring nationals champion.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when did are you a family owned race team?
We are. Yes, sir.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
How difficult is it to run around and compete, man? Being a family owned team like that.
Well, I get a lot of help from family friends as well. A lot of it's my dad helping split the bills and everything, but all my sponsors that I have now, I'm greatly appreciative of them to, whether it's, buy some tires, fuel, or tires on the hauler, or, buy me a car, just everyone, it takes everybody. The guys we race with, everybody, it's getting really expensive. So other than that, that's probably the hardest thing is the cost of everything. But this is what I do every day. So I put all my time into it and just try and do the best I can,
Yeah. I mean, you race with a bunch of big money teams. I know that. Big money teams, unlimited resources almost, it seems like on some of them. So I just wanted to kind of get your take on that, as far as, I mean, how much difference is there in between the very top tier guys and the regional guys? Is there a lot of difference in equipment?
I don't think so. My opinion on the whole thing about regional racing versus national racing is like, I think the same winner on a regional race can win a Lucas Oil race there, but the gap between 5th to 10th is the difference. That's my personal opinion. So, like, okay, if you, like I said, I think the winner of a regional race, say you go run Hunt the Front, say you go run Ray Cook's Schaefer's Oil, or stuff like that, or MLRA, that winner of that regional race can easily, I'm not gonna say easily, but he can go win that Lucas Oil race that's there if he's right. You know what I mean? But I think the biggest gap in the differences between is the 5th to 10th place cars. It kind of it's just that much tighter in the national racing. Because if you go out and qualify a couple hundredths off of somebody, that puts you back a couple extra rows, and that's just a whole difference of a night. Like,
Yeah.
and that's a big deal because everybody is so good. Everybody's got the same money. Everyone's got the same equipment that you're putting into it. Everyone's putting the same amount of work you're putting in. So it makes it a little bit harder. Like this is only my fourth full year in a super, and like I haven't been doing it as long as a lot of these guys, of course, but I can already kind of see a difference from where I first started off to now, as far as sometimes how hard it is to be better than the guy in front of you. And at that point in time, early in my career, I know I wasn't doing everything perfect as a driver. So, and I still feel like the racing was different when I first started to where it's at now. It's just gotten closer and closer. So
Yeah. And let's get your let me talk about your backstory. I looked on my race pass. It says you've been racing since 2017. Is that right?
yes, sir.
What did you start out in? Did you start out in a late model, or what did you?
I started off racing go-karts, flat oval dirt carts, go-karts. And me, my dad, and brother, we did that or I did it, me and my dad did it for 2 years. My brother raced, I have a twin brother. He raced, for about 6 months in the go-kart stuff. And, um, he got in a wreck, and like those things are real easy to flip because they're so
Yeah, it
flat low
looks
to the
like it.
ground. So he kind of like rolled on his side and got in a wreck, and he didn't really take it up after that. But actually started off in like what we call it down here is like bomber cars, like old Monte Carlos and stuff. That's what I
Nice.
started
Yeah.
off in. So I ran that for a while. I probably ran that for about a year. Um, and then I got a 602 car, and I would run both in the same night. Um, and we would do that. I think we ended up doing that for another year, and we won some races. And then I got me a 604 car. And I started running really well in that, and won some races in that. And then we eventually got us a spec motor, which is like a built motor, but it's not a super late model. It's like a limited late model type deal. And I went and ran it one time, and I did down at Alltech, and we ran really good. And we're like, for what we got in this motor, and these guys are racing for that much more money, like, let's just sell this and let's go get a super motor. So that's what we did. And it's funny because right out of high school, or when I was finishing up high school, I didn't go to high school my last semester. I chose to go run speed weeks, and I knew I wasn't going to graduate if I obviously missed that much school. So I switched to online school. And when I was racing speed weeks, I think it was in 21 or 22. I graduated in 22, so it was in 22. So all of that speed weeks, I was having to do school up until May, while I was racing. And it's funny because I said I have a twin brother. I'm a minute older than him, and he stayed in school, and he went to college. Uh, in the last year and a half, 2 years, he got back from college, and now he's got interest in racing. So he's been racing for about a year now, I think. So he's started off in the 602 cars, and now he's racing 604s. So
Yeah. Is that Griffin?
yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched it. He's actually pretty good too, right? I mean,
Ye-
he's knocking
Yeah,
down some wins.
he's not doing bad. He's starting off really good. That's what I told him. I said, well, um, it don't suck, but I joke about it with him. Like me and my dad. So my dad raced asphalt cars, so he don't really have a dirt racing background. So it was all green and new when I got into it, and so like we kind of know what we're doing now. So he's got a little bit of advantage early on in his career to get to get the wheels rolling a little bit faster.
Yeah. Is he ever going to step into a super? You think?
I don't know.
Because that'd be pretty wild.
Yeah,
You guys
it
racing against each
it
other out there in
it
supers.
would be cool. I don't know. I ain't really had that conversation with him, to be honest with you yet. I think he's just kind of enjoying it right now.
I got you.
My personal opinion would be I would I'm not saying I have a blast doing this, but I think we all know it's very stressful and very competitive. So it kind of, I'm not gonna say it takes fun out of it, but it almost does in a way because you put so much time, effort, and everything into it, and
Yeah.
you just want to go out there and compete and win good and race good and win. So um, I don't think that's something I would persuade someone to rush into. Um, but maybe I mean, if he's thinking about it, like he's doing good, so it's a possibility one day.
Yeah. I've seen him doing good in your black car. Which
Yeah,
is absolutely you show up to the track, man. Yeah, you know what I really like about you? You don't change your stuff up a lot. Like you that car is that's a sweet looking wrap you've got on there. You've got a almost iconic car. I mean, you know that's Garrett Smith in that 10 car. I mean, and I like it that you don't mess with it all the time and change it up all the time. I mean, that is a good looking car, and then you know it's you when you show up to a track. That's pretty cool. And I really like that black one. That black one was freaking cool too. That was a
yes,
good
sir.
looking car. Good looking car. 100%. But let me ask you this question. So you're talking about this. How stressful is it for you? I mean, how much stress is there to go out there, and try to be at the front every time? I mean, has it, has it taken away any of the fun for you?
No, I may have not worded that right, but um, it's stressful to a certain point. It's not like where I get out there and I'm shaking or scared or nothing like that. It's just I show up to the shop every day. I work here every day. I bust my butt. All my guys bust their butt, and you just want to go out there and perform. So, and when you're not performing, it kind of takes fun away out just a little bit. But I just want to go out there and out. Obviously, everyone wants to go out there and dominate, right? But it's always not that easy. So, um, no, I just it's fun. Don't get me wrong. I just want to go out there and if I could, I'd wanna win every race, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But that's
Yeah, I
what
hear you.
everyone else is there doing, so,
Yeah.
um, but no, like, sometimes 5th is good enough, you know what I mean? So, it just depends the situation you're in and where you're at and that stuff all matters.
Yeah. And you're racing against good competition all the time. I know for a fact down there in the southeast, you have got some. I mean, the regional guys. That is some tough racing down there for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, you see it a lot, like I said, I think the way I said it is true. Any guy that wins that regional super race for 10 or 15 grand, I mean, he's got a good chance to win that Lucas race when they come there, or that outlaw race. It's tough. There's a lot of good guys down here. Some of the best in the sport are from down here, and the Midwest has their hands full too as well. So, not taking anything away from them, but it's just it's tough everywhere. That's what I mean. It's so tight everywhere you go. It's just it's different now from when I first started off. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you guys are blessed down there, I think, with a lot more late model racing probably than we are over here. I mean, we got comp, MLRA, and revival, but it's more spread out. When I came over to Knoxville, I found out how many tracks are packed into that area right there. I mean,
Yeah,
there are a ton of tracks. There is a ton of racing going on, and there are a lot of late models. Crate, sportsman, supers. Um, it's like paradise for a late model fan.
yeah,
It really is.
yeah. And people ask me like, "Well, Garrett, like, do you want to go run Lucas or what of Outlaws?" And like, what I explain to them every time someone asks me that is, I mean, I'm not saying I ever will or won't, but um, I mean, in 2022, I think I ran 60% of the Lucas races, and I can't tell you how many 10,000s, 15,000s I passed to go to a 12,000 in Iowa that's 14 hours away from me, so
Yeah.
it just depends, but that you're right, we're blessed that there's so many different tracks and so many super late model series that pay this kind of money down here. Like it's almost like there's a new series every year, like that adds more money, you know? So we're in a good spot. I feel like where we're at, as far as racing in the South and the money that's up for grabs. Like there's multiple series you could go choose to run and you know, you feel like you're gonna be at that track or around that area anyways because you're from down this way, so why not go run it, you know? So,
Yeah. How you like those big high bank tracks, man? Like Volunteer and they say Tazewell's even more banked.
yeah, as well, is more banked down the straightaways, for sure. I would say about the corners is about this Tazewell still might have a little bit more, but it's not a crazy amount more, but the straightaways at Tazewell, you're riding like your head is hitting the left side headrest going down the straightaway when you're not up to speeds. I enjoy them. They're fast or get it on. Man, I tell you what, like you have to drive these things so hard. Um, so those are the tracks that are like, you know, you got to prepare yourself, take a deep breath when you're going out to qualify, and just know you got to do what you got to do to qualify. So, sometimes it works out and sometimes it don't, you know? So, um, it's
Let me
just,
ask you this. Let me ask you this question about it. So that banking, does it help you? Like, does it turn itself in there? Do you just got to drive it in and let it turn itself through there?
it,
More
it,
so
it,
than
de-
say flatter track.
yes, I think so. Like at Bulls Gap and 1 and 2 where it cups up, like, around that wall, you can, I mean, you could about just go up there and run, like, somewhat of an asphalt line straighter than you could somewhere else and still make the corner, but you're carrying that speed with the banking, so it does, to answer your question, it does help it turn, a little bit better up there, but, it's always easier said than done.
Yeah, I hear you. I bet it is, man, for sure. There's got to be a little bit of a pucker factor heading into those banks like that, those turns like that, full speed, man. That's got to
It
be, woo, woo. That's got to be. I don't see how y'all do it. That's why I appreciate what y'all do, man. I really do. I 100% appreciate what you guys do. That's what I've told people. You've got to be a different kind of person to do that. You got to be.
Yeah, I remember my first time, like, so, like, we've talked I'm from Georgia, so, like, it's very rare if we get a cushion built up through the night down here sometimes, so, I remember I remember my first time going to, like, Illinois and Iowa and Ohio and stuff like that, like, so that's what them guys are used to, but when I go up there, it's obviously different, and then when they come down here, it's like it's hard for them to stay straight and, you know, and not
Yeah,
wheel spin coming off the corners, so that's why I like racing everywhere. It makes you better, and it's a different challenge all across different all across the country
yeah,
racing at different tracks, so, um, and I think that's why you see the guys in the South, like, when they come down here and run a Lucas race, that's why they're good. Or the guys in the Midwest, when there's a Lucas
yeah,
race, that's why they're good up there. That it's just what they know. So, um, and you know that going into it, but I like a challenge. You know, it's fun to go race all kinds of different racetracks. You know,
yeah.
I mean, hell, if there's a
100%.
figure eight, I'd probably go race it.
Well, I interviewed Lance Landers on here, and he said that's how he started out racing was a figure eight down at I-30 in Little Rock.
Oh, really?
So that was yeah, that was pretty cool. I didn't know that, but that's what he said. He started out racing figure eight down there at I-30 in Little Rock. But, so what did you come up on? Is there a track that you came up on more so than others? What, like a home track for you?
I would say Cochran Motor Speedway was, like, where I first really kinda started off at, I raced her a lot earlier in my racing career, but, that was one thing with my dad is he didn't want me to keep racing at the same place, he wanted me to go to different places and get better, and I truly believe that has helped me, um, you know, get the wheels rolling a little bit faster in my early career, and yeah, I don't really necessarily like going to the same places. I want to go somewhere different if I can, and I think most racers could agree with that as far as helping you drive and what different racetracks do, you know. Um, but probably my local racetrack would be Cochran Motor Speedway.
Okay. And going on to those different tracks, man, you're building up a notebook everywhere you go, right? Every new track you go to, you're building up a notebook. So, is there a track that you, when you hear it, you want to? Is there a track you want to go to, like you're excited to go to every time you go there?
Yeah, there's a few. Man, if we could have East Bay back, that'd be one.
I've heard a lot. I've heard that a lot.
That place is so different. Like, there's not a place in the country like it, and I think that's why it raced so good. If I were to go build a racetrack, and just if I was a race fan, and what I see in my eyes, the wider racetracks, I think race a lot better than the narrower racetracks. Um, But it's obviously hard to do that with the dirt, and you gotta know what you're doing to make it multiple lanes when it's that wide, so
Yeah, hundred
it's
percent.
easier said than done, but, I think those wide racetracks are awesome. It just gives you plenty of room, you know, if you mess up one corner, you can make your speed back up in the next because it's so wide, you know, so, but don't get me wrong, I really like the little bull rings too, you know, but,
How about
no,
Eldora? You like it?
I really enjoy Eldora, yeah. It's a wider, bigger, faster racetrack.
That thing is
Um,
fast. My dadgum. I mean, you're sitting there watching around the turns. TV doesn't do it justice how fast that place is.
for
I mean,
sure.
you guys are hauling on that track.
Yeah. It's and I've always been a fan of Eldora. I think it's always raced pretty good, and I I feel like I've actually been pretty good there in the past few years. I just haven't fully lined up a whole night. Think I've my best finish there is 6th in the world. Was it last year or 2 years? I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago, I can't remember now, but,
Well, that's
I
saying
had to s
something.
yeah,
Six at that place.
I had to start deep in that one. I think I started 22nd in that race.
That's awesome, man. It came up to sixth. Heck yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of green flag laps in that race, I think JD won that race, uh, I don't know, I just enjoy going to the bigger, wider racetracks. I feel like you can really race on them kinda things.
I probably know the answer to this question, but so is top the World 100? Is that the top? That's your goal? Is that the
Yeah.
top goal?
Yeah, for sure. It'd be incredible to win one of those one day. It's not a lack of trying, but hopefully one day we can get it done. Man, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I've kind of ruined myself. Like, so before ever won a 10,000 win race, I messed up and won a
What?
100 grand at a Lucas race. I'm kind of like I won. We went to Thunder Hill and I won 15,000 a few weeks ago, and don't get me wrong, I was pumped about that, but, it's like, "Oh, damn, like, how do I beat that?" You know? So I already messed that up for myself, so, but no,
I got you, man.
it's good to win any way you can win it, you know?
Yeah, 100%, man. Have you ever raced a dome?
I have not, no.
Okay. I didn't know if
Yeah.
I don't remember. I didn't remember seeing you up there. I wanted to see if you had or not. So you think you're ever going to maybe get in on that action?
Hmm, if I had a ride maybe, I would like to talk about it with somebody, but usually by that time our team's ready to pull the cars in, go through everything, put all new everything stuff on it, and just get ready for the next year. Like if you pay attention, most of them guys either have rides or they're racing in their own personal stuff because it's such a quick turnaround. And well, I say that, and they changed the speed weeks back this year, which I actually really thought was a good idea. Because man, it's a lot of us we don't get hardly any breaks.
Break. Yeah.
And if you don't I feel like if you don't go race speed weeks, I feel like you fall behind, far as, some of them guys, if you don't go run speed weeks, they're 20 something races in already on you. So, that's a big advantage. Just, quick turnarounds and how much time you want to spend when with your family when you're home, and go do the things you want to do, because we race all the time. So it's just maybe if it's something I could talk to somebody about one day, driving their car there, see what could happen.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. So that's something else I've never asked this question before. Do you have, I know you race like almost constantly during the year. Do you have like a time frame that you just say, okay, we're going on vacation, I'm stopping, we're not doing anything this week, no matter what? Do you have one
Yeah,
of those set up every year or two, something like that?
I wouldn't say a specific date, but if I see something I'm not too interested in running, um, yeah, I'll go on vacation or something. But usually by the end of the year, like November, first or second week in November, I'm usually ready to be done by then, just because I I've always grown up hunting a lot, deer, turkey, ducks,
Yeah,
quail. So we're big time hunters. Our whole family is. So I try and save November and December and January for that kind of stuff I like to do. So you got to find a time and place for everything. So usually by November, I'm ready to go.
I got you. I got you. You ever coon hunt? Man, I used to coon hunt all the time. I was a big coon hunter.
I've actually never done that. That's
Man,
probably one of the only things I've really ever not hunted. Never known anybody to really ever do it.
yeah, man, I used to do it quite a bit. It was a fun time. I had some pretty good bloodline, walker dogs that that were pretty good, and it's aggravating sometimes, but and a little gets a little hairy out there sometimes at night in the middle of
Oh,
nowhere, man.
yeah, for sure.
It does, but it's fun, man. You ever get a chance to try that, you need to try it.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
it's pretty cool, especially with somebody with good dogs. You want to get with somebody who's got some good, some good dogs to go with, for sure. That brings me to something else too. I was just thinking about this. Uh, I think it was at Eldora. You were doing an interview, I think, with Shelton or somebody, and you said something about, what was it, aliens or something. Did that have something to do with the Bloomquist on
Yeah.
the Dale Jr. thing?
Yeah, Scott, we were at Fairbury for the PDC, and Scott was there helping me, and so that was for Scott.
I
He
got you.
was he not some people know, but not maybe everyone, but probably the last little bit, he helped me there for a while, for probably the last year, with my racing career. And the funny thing about it is, like, he wouldn't ever tell you if he was coming or not. So he would just show up on a random Tuesday down here at my shop and be like, "Oh, hey," or
Nice. Now,
or
how cool
so.
is that to have that dude just showing up and helping you out, man? That's got to be pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Just being around him, hanging out. Not really sure why he hung around. Like, I'm just kind of a normal guy, but it was cool to have him around and learn some stuff from him, and just, I think it was more of a friend relationship than anything, really, is what it felt like to me. It was just, I don't know, it's just crazy to have one of the best to hang around, and the kind of guy he was to be around all the time, and it was pretty cool.
Oh, he's definitely top two. I mean, no doubt about it. Him and Moyer are the top. They're the top of the line. You know what's funny about that is they're both Iowa natives.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
is true.
I don't know if a lot of people know that or not, but both of those, you see Bloomquist, came from California, Tennessee, and Moyer's always kind of hung out over here in Arkansas and been here for a long time, but they're both Iowa natives. So the
For sure.
two of the
Yeah.
best late model guys ever are Iowa natives. I don't know if a lot of people realize that, but
Yeah.
that's kind of neat to see. So Iowa's got something to definitely be proud of there. And you know what? Larry Shaw, At one point, Larry Shaw could have had both of them for house at the same time. Could have had both of those guys in a house car.
Yeah, that's nuts, huh?
But yeah, I guess Bloomquist did something, wrecked Moyer somewhere. He kept on going east to Tennessee. But this is big Moyer country over here. You know what I mean? People, when I was a kid, would go to if Bloomquist came around over here, people would go to the track to watch him lose.
Yeah,
They didn't like him, but they wanted to go see him. They wanted
yeah,
to go see if somebody could beat him, one of the local guys. So it
right.
was always fun, man. It really was. And I did get to see him race a few times over here. Cool. West Plains, show me in the topless and stuff like that. So have you ever raced at Batesville?
I have, yep.
Is it topless?
Yeah, I think it was in 22. Yeah, I think it was in. Yeah, that place is pretty fun too.
Yeah, that's my home track right there. So that's pretty cool. Man, how'd you like it?
It was pretty good. I would like to go back, but last year I couldn't go because we went and raced. Like Ray Cook does a summer series that's like 14 races in 16 days. Anyways, we did that and drove straight to Cedar Lake and raced at Cedar Lake. And we were leaving Cedar Lake and we made it, I think, an hour and a half or 2 hours down the road. And the freaking truck motor on our hauler blew up. And so we're sitting on the side of the road 20 something hours from home and we're just kept having problems. And I don't even want to get into that. You have no idea. You probably don't have any idea how hard it is to get a freaking diesel, big truck engine on the side of the road. So it was, we
Yeah,
didn't
I
get to
know.
go to Batesville last year.
All right. Maybe this year?
Yeah, I've always really liked Batesville. I think I've only been that one time, but it was a really fun track and but boy, it gets hot down there. It gets
No,
real hot.
it does, man. It's that's no joke. It's like being in the pits of hell down there during that topless 100. I mean, it is freaking hot. That was the hottest I was all last year. Anywhere I went to,
Yeah,
it was. Mooney says he's I don't know if it'll happen this year, but I think they're trying to get to where they can pave those pits or concrete them or something and get the pit straightened up. But it's always been a good place to like for a fan to watch a race because you can get up there in
for
those
sure.
stadium seats, kick your feet out. You're not
Yeah,
stuffed in there like a sardine. So it's pretty
yeah,
cool. But it'd be cool to see down there, man. I'd like to be able to watch it down there.
yeah.
At that. I know McDowell. Do you ever? Yeah, I know he's from kind of down there in your area, isn't he? He races there a lot. I know, or every year maybe. I know he likes it, but yeah, that'd be cool, man. So what's up next for you? You know,
We're racing 3 races this weekend. We race Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday, it's a place I've never been to. I guess it's just opened back up. It's been closed for a while supposedly, but it's called Hidden Hollow Speedway in
I've never
Kentucky.
heard of that one.
Yeah, it they said I think it used to be Lucky 7 Raceway or something. I don't know. It was closed down for a while, they said, and they opened it back up. And I think this is their first super race back. So they're Thursday, Ponderosa. Um, I'm sure you've heard of that one Friday, and Lake Cumberland Saturday, which
I heard of that one too.
Lake Cumberland's I really enjoy going there. It's always really racy every time I've been there, and we've always been pretty good there for whatever reason. So I'm super excited for this weekend and have 3 chances at it.
Yep, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, do you have merch for people who want to know? Do you have merch, and how do they get it?
Yeah, they can search up online shopgarrettsmith10.com and I got everything: diecast, flags, hats, koozies, shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, everything. So shopgarrettsmith10.com.
Okay, all right. I'll link that in the description so people can go down there and look and get over there and get some Garrett Smith merch. Garrett, man, it was super awesome talking to you. I really appreciate it. Like I said, we're big fans of yours here in this house. So, It's good to talk to you and get you on here, and hopefully I can see you race live again here at some point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. See ya.
Yes. See ya.